Now, Muntia Kromfo.
We care, but I also want to ask you a question. The first allegation was directed at your side, majority side, and then the chair was robbed in. Is it the case that you don't care about your reputation? But don't forget, this is an institution. Parliament. Parliament has been impugned. We don't even have a basis to sit here. You are told you are corrupt. You've been taking money from nominees before you sit, before you approve. And then, shamelessly, you still come and sit. Oh, yes. I'm speaking in context. You still come and sit.
Honorable member, please withdraw the word shamelessly and proceed.
Well,
withdraw. Please withdraw.
I said in a certain context, but if it's a case that is offensive, it's withdrawn. You have been accused. You have been discussed in the media as taking bribe. And you don't find it offensive. And you say that we should forgive. We won't get to the bottom of it. We should still come and sit here and behave as the ostrich. Nothing is happening, and we go ahead. We in the minority side will not support you to do this. We won't inflict further pains on Parliament. We have suffered.
See this silly boy. He's not even an MP yet. His seat still has some contention on it. See this silly boy. Now, Pempemu pa and was spring chain at his age. See this silly boy. Silly boy. Speaks anyhow. Like they feel so entitled at his age. Now, Pempemu pa. And that way shape our phone always spring fin. And so talk already them at his age. Such a silly boy. They feel so entitled. We have to listen to them. Because yeah, MPP for a minority. When these people got opportunity, Jimmy. See this silly boy. See him. See how he's exhibiting the highest form of silliness. See this silly boy. And he wants to prove like he's intelligent. Such a silly boy. Can I pimp him? At your age, you pimp him up. And now this prayer found.
We care, but I also want to ask you a question. The first allegation was directed at your side, majority side, and then the chair was robbed in. Is it the case that you don't care about your...
They can't take care of themselves. They want to take care of Ghana. These people cannot even take care of themselves. Such a silly boy. So if somebody has leveled allegations against Parliament, and Parliament has a duty to perform, we should stop everything and wait for that allegation at the end of the day to be heard before Parliament works. These are the same people who keep telling us, oh, NDC is stopping government business. These are silly boys. Silly boy. In Sawam, if we wanted to go down and see the things you did, your people shooting somebody to kill that person, do you think you will be sitting in Parliament today? But even though we know your people and you yourself were involved in a crime, that somebody was shot at your constituency, which investigation is ongoing because it's an allegation, we cannot say that because of that nobody should represent in Sawam. And silliness. Such a silly boy making silly statement out of silly group. And the silliness that attached to his silliness is so silliness. Such a silly character. The silliness, the silliness in his silliness, it does not even make sense. Such a silly character. Silly boy. And we entertain these things. Now, I'm mentioning Adebi. I here for the chairman of the committee. When Joe Wise was the chairman, time and MPP were power at the committee. Yeah, when they were vetting and this MPP time,
the rules, or else I'll go past you and call other people. Mr. Chairman, I think that I have to make it clear that I am not happy with the way that I am treated on this committee. Mr. Chairman, I want it on record that I never impugned ill motives to the nominee. I simply referred to scandals and sought to find out how he left the bank, so we assure ourselves that he had no role in those scandals because a vice president was held responsible and he also left as vice president. I never impugned ill motive. I never accused him, and I would like that to be on record that I am not happy about the way you have treated me on this committee.
Honorable Suhini, you're not ready to ask the question. I'll move on.
To my next question.
No, I've ruled you out. I'm asking another person too.
What kind of rudeness is this?
Honorable Cabo.
What kind of rudeness is this?
Honorable Cabo.
You see, this is when they were, they were in power. Please let me plead with you. I'm here for. If you cannot do the job, walk home. I just have no say sala cap at it war. What somebody's asking questions. Joe Wise. One was HMS Abonsu. Mufia so much canopy yase. Or say HMS Joe Wise. Na kuma nye the pacemaker show $500,000. Parliament sika ne tam dem akwase ampanyi we. And obeka cho so papa mobra. Now what better now say I'm pleading with you. You are pleading with who? Did you hear Joe Wise? He cut him off. Munya to me ana mu didin kwase asama NDC for na mo pese mu please your hini bia mo pese mu please your hima bia mo pese mu please sofu bia na yase san kwase asama de chechire man. Sometimes you need to be crazy to get what you want. Ain't I here for? Tomorrow you'll be watching you. That thing must stop. These are they are insignificant. This minority, they are insignificant. We don't need to hear from them. These should be taped. These people, their mouths should be taped for Ghanaians to listen to the NDC. Today you are sitting there pleading with them. And it's not like we have a hung parliament. We have a minority that is supposed to stay home and babysit their girlfriends' children. We have a minority who are supposed to be sitting at home and babysitting people's kids. These are twerps who don't have any relevance to our political discourse now, our governance system now. They don't play any role. So why do you give them the opportunity to misbehave sillinessly? Because another umpire, he was using shamelessly. And the Obika says silly or Dimrikako Parliament acquire report or chain. In his statement, in front of Parliament, in front of his colleagues, he was telling his colleagues that they are shameless. But somebody just told this silly drunk that you are silly. Not the Dimrikako Parliament. Mr. No Akwejina Parliament. That's what he was saying in Parliament today.
A lady I have never met in my life. Only later to be told she's called Victoria Mbefa Hardcastle, who is the acting chief executive officer for the Petroleum Commission. Speaker, I didn't say a word to her. I didn't provoke her in any way. Suddenly, insults were being hurled at me. Silly, stupid, useless. At a point, I thought they were referring to somebody. I turned. Well, if you doubt it, listen to me when I'm done. The video is all over social media. Speaker, I felt abused.
Please address me.
Speaker, with the greatest of respect, I felt very abused. And there I felt, how can a man be killed in his own backyard? Even if there should be any crucifixion, the crucifixion should not be done in my own house.
You hear the nonsense going on in Ghana. On what in our parliament committee, you guys say NDC forum to me is shameless. Somebody tells him he's a silly boy. Or the Chicago Parliament, wakoshe eye Vietnam suit to be iron and nice and antabe, you know, say on TSC. Somebody has spoken to him that he's silly. You see how foolish these people are. You don't engage such idiots. Yeah? I'm sure how foolish the NPP is. And why are here for? And yet NDC for na munim to be handle power. NDC for na mumubi. You think power is easy. Do you know how you got this power? You have no idea. You people have no idea how you got this power. 99% of you MPs in parliament, muni idea. You have no idea. Muni an iota of idea. how you got to parliament. 99% of you, the NDC MPs, you don't have an idea. So do not, Mama Nyama actually say you are going to try and treat this as a normal thing. Don't. If God had not given way, kamunya power way da. It is only Allah and not teen enimu chiremo. Ayo nyankopon the teen enimu and things empire ni pebi omakoma to from eboma echiro nyankopon no teen enimu chiremo. Kamunya power da. And so you people get the power. Now, Mumubi Muji say it is just yaba parliament. You think it's easy? Munkobu se Kufuado. Have you seen a Kufuado? When you go see Huno, when maybe oh. Do you think it's easy? But you said the form sana. Do not underestimate what you have today. Muma nyankopon who say muni munyansa. Na man kutadi odama muye or jia you never have it again. This another prayer kwasi I'm paying way. Remember the story. Do you remember the story? I'm not done prayer. Ekache Mahama say he's a curse on Ghana. Kwasi awi. I'm not done prayer. And the original parliament is so be catching so silly. He was told to apologize or say apologize. Said that. I'm not done prayer. Kwasi I'm paying way. Now mo to Ghana. Now I'm just say. I know more MPP for. Now I'm just saying you Jimmy Ohu. Such a man to me abronya. I'm not done pre-catcher John Mahama, who was an ex-president. Or Brad John Mahama, but I'm not done pre-quasi opinion on Bomu half. Or name Makura on G, I'm not done pre-quasi away. I'm not done pre. Or Brad John Mahama born a brabum. I'm not done pre-bomu kota. Kwasia we catch the Ghana for say on the stage say John Mahama is a curse. Amavoka said this is too strong. Apologize. Kwasia pen a pempe to a spray a pempe say oh yeah. I'm not done prayer or say he's not going to apologize. People told him. I'm sorry, where is this I don't know where this audio is coming from. Yeah. People told this guy that apologize for your statement. Or say, oh yeah, for telling Ghanaians to vote for John Mahama. John Mahama will be a curse on this nation. Because he talked with the parliament, says, Speaker, even the lady apologized after that altercation with him. Or say, apology is not enough. Or apology is not enough. The lady told you are just silly. And the lady, being a lady, came back to you and said, I'm sorry. We were all angry. Things were not done right. So we were all speaking. So I'm sorry. Kwasi Ampenyi Wako Parliament said, the apology is not enough. Abuofunu, Emma Onu Amukowu was up aponche, Emana Wanjino, Utukopa Omocho. And this fool who refused to even apologize to John Mahama after saying those things, today is in Parliament fooling himself. Osemetiami Muadie. Make sure reason Tiami Dio Biatem. Such a silly character. Your silliness is out of salinity. Such as a silly raccoon. You act like a silly boy and you have shown it. Who did Mikako Parliament? Do you people respect Parliament? Do you now respect Alban Bagman? You idiots followed Afenyo Makin to Supreme Court. Alban Bagman was sitting there. Namu refused to opinion. Kwasiafo. Twerps. Silly characters. You are a silly boy foolishly exhibiting silliness in public to sillify your solidity. Yes. You have concretized your silliness. Now who Alban Bagman? Who say penny will fear? I'll bet me take a decision amount. I'll bet me make sure say the right thing is done. And I'm going to kwasiasa like Supreme Court, you know. You people, you forget yourselves easily. And anything I make catch NDC for, nobody hates NDC New Ghana. We are all brothers and sisters. We need to build. But we cannot build with foolish people. So the NPP, whatever they bring on board does not matter. They are too stupid to be part to build a nation. No, Jimmy, because at least you have more opportunity near who Jimmy here. And Yansafo cannot reason with a Jimmy 4. So do not give them the room to exhibit their silliness. These are silly people, such a silly boy. Now, Mamen Chiremo, Adikudientia, these kind of NPP for some more, and I am one person. I'll fight against fake news all my life. Now, on say, Akwa we have some see Parliament and they were quick to run to parliament. Adaya, oh, Obia didi, watem, Obia didi, Obia kachre, eye, another pressure or a silly. Today we saw parliament taking action against Oliver. Now, when it comes to parliament institution, in conform nyina kasa under eye Oliver Seminole, Madam Appiah, I'm sending this to you. Obi to say another pray. Obi to say after marking the pedophile defender. And in the NPP, the Sicilian minority, the micro, insignificant, daft minority. Now, I want to send a message to you. And this is an exercise. Alban Bagbin is going to be petitioned. Because after the Afenyomakin, a year, Oliver Assembly Bayano, this is what Afenyomakin said. Afenyomakin said, it's a notorious fact that Oliver Baker Vamawo is a member of the NDC fraternity. What it means is that you, that is the majority members, have done something as he claims, but we, the minority, share in that liability with you. What you say? So I'm for Afenyomakin, and there's small kind of committee want to say, Asema Oliver Kayano, or catch the MDC for say, Omunomo Yakron 40. Kwasia we also a minority leader. We know the mobile power. Ti assembly see no. Onunya opportunity to speak no. Or see obi anim say Oliver ye NDC ni. Asem no kan no. Or ka fa mo NDC form because mu ye wifo. Na emom no ye nyina parliamentarians nti en na ya be join mu say Oliver asem no kan na nya no kore. Sa na o kan brofo a kire. Do te brofo kire no kan kire me. Kwasia ampanyi we asem obi na no kan o parliament nde. Vetting committee no. Say Oliver obianim so NDC ni asem na okan ne de no kra because we direct asem na mamo NDC for na emom ye ne mo parliament nti na yaka say okay de waka ne nye nti indirectly no o ka kire NDC for say momu ye wifo Oliver asem okan no kra kwasia we. Now you see they be am ka kire NDC for say this NPP omo ye disease but mo NPP NDC for be you don't understand politics. Mojin say onua na dey politics mo bobo dam mu bi. Mojin say odo na dey politics. Mo adwene ebi mo adwene bi mo bi mo adwene nya adwuma. Ye dey nia din na ye politics. Ye mfa nua nya politics. Kwasi asema akwa wetina o kan no, asema ogina ho kan no. Now, there's something I've always said. One person in Ghana I will always protect with my platform. And I have not shied away. Every time I have an opportunity to criticize that person is Speaker Alban Bagbin, and I have done it several times. And every day, Misaka, I will use my platform and the opportunity I've gotten to defend him anytime I think he needs to be defended. I will do it. And I will not let a Ghanaian, me ma Ghana ni be antenna radio so on TV so and denigrate the Speaker of Parliament. Because today, when you go on the internet and you Google Alban Bagbin, there are a lot of things that come up. Some of them are appalling. They go against his integrity. And I'm listening. And I've been watching. And this particular segment goes to the NDC MPs and also people who are willing to petition the speaker. Because we as a people, this matter needs to go to Parliament for Parliament to decide whether it is worth discussing or not. The Speaker of Parliament, he is the number 3 in this country. He needs to be protected. Every single statement we make about the Speaker, it should equally be respected like we are making a statement against about the President. So if you sit in Ghana, now say the Speaker of Parliament who can represent the President as the President, some people deliberately decide so some people decide to say, it will be on the internet to destroy the credibility because I was here when a whole Washington Post journalist called me to ask me, is it true that the Speaker of Parliament of Ghana has taken $15 million bribe? Yes. All because they were doing some work and they were researching about the Speaker of Parliament and then they wanted to invite the Speaker for some speech at Congress. And a colleague journalist who works with the Washington Post called me and I said, what is the problem? See, we have been searching the Speaker of Parliament in Ghana. We have seen some videos about him. Is it true? Can you confirm? And I'm catching him say, what have you seen about him? Because I know he's an honorable man. He has not taken money. He has never been maligned. He has never been seen. There are no records of anybody saying, Alban Bagbin akwaje bribe. Nobody in Ghana can come out and say that. But for somebody to sit on social media, and not just on social media, on a radio station that belongs to an individual who calls himself a responsible citizen, and that radio station that is recognized by the National Media Commission and the NCA, that radio station to say something like that, a journalist to say something like that, then that person needs to prove it beyond reasonable doubt. Because I know Alban Bagbin cannot go out there searching for all the stories about him. But we as citizens, we as Ghanaians, we as NDC MPs, and I'm expecting an NDC MP to raise this matter in Parliament, because the integrity of Alban Bagbin is very dear and important to all of us as Ghanaians. This is a statement this boy sat on Angel FM, and this is the specific video that the journalist at Washington Post sent to me. This is what Kwame Afrifa said on radio.